Aw yeah. Now that's how you start off an episode. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Paper Mario. Previously, we traversed the entirety that was the desert. Dry desert to be precise. And we collected everything that it had to hold within its sandy tombs. Today, we're gonna go back to Dry Outpost after getting my level up as I promised, to discover what we could do now that we've secured everything we can get in the desert. But actually, I'm kind of lying because we need to get one quick thing from the desert in order to proceed with what we could do in the outpost. To do that, we gotta travel all the way back to the oasis. I tried to get this beforehand, but I kind of forgot about it. So we need a lemon, to be precise. I'm just gonna try to get a bunch of these for what we could do next. Got my lemons. Now let's see what we could go do with that guy at the very end of the outpost. So we'll make our way all over here. Someone gives things is nice. Yes, very nice. Nice guys gives total nice stuff. So what we could do is give this guy a lemon. And Sheik will actually be responsive to it. Oh, heavenly! A lemon! The nicest of nice things. You have proven you're nice by giving me my favorite thing. And since you're so nice, yes, I'll tell you something really nice. Amid a plethora of choices we have, this is why I want to get a few of these lemons to see what we can select. I'm not sure we can select all of them, but I got a bunch of lemons just in case if we have that option to do so. So first, about Dry Desert. The desert is a vast and everlasting sea of sand. Under the sea, many secrets lie buried, more secrets than there are stars in the sky. The legend of Dry Ruins is one of these secrets. Only Mr. Mustafa knows where the legend rests. If you still seek knowledge, you must give me something more. Yes, you understand? That's why I got a bunch of these. So to be precise, I thank you for giving things to show you I'm truly thankful. Allow me to tell you something, and that's gonna be how to get to the ruins. You must see Mr. Mustafa to find the resting place of Dry Ruins. Mr. Mustafa is a descendant of the great robbers who built Dry Outpost. He is somewhere in the town, yes, but exactly where? Only his close followers know. I could tell a secret, but only the nicest of nice guys, yes. If you still seek knowledge, you must give me something more. Hey, I got lemons for days, buddy. We could keep doing this all day and all night long. Allow me to tell you something. What would you like to know? I'm curious. What about your favorite food? My favorite food starts with an L and ends with an N. It's a yellow fruit, so sour. Wow, this is the most useless tip ever. I'm pretty sure this one is here just to troll the player. Because you would have to access this by giving him a lemon anyway, so what's the point? Now he sort of tells you what to go, and the hit is pretty easy. Only the nice and nice guys can beat Mustafa. Here's one more for the road. How to see Mustafa? To find Mr. Mustafa, go to the shop in this town. First buy a dry shroom, then buy a dusty hammer. You must buy them in the correct order, yes? Remember, dry shroom first, and then dusty hammer. This is a secret sign known to those loyal to Mustafa. If you buy these things in the correct order, the owner of the shop will let you see Mr. Mustafa. Remember, you must not buy them in the incorrect order. If you still seek knowledge, you must give me something more. Yes, you understand? Well, goodbye. I wish you luck in finding Mr. Mustafa, nice guy. Thank you. I was not expecting that to come up from him. You know, for a guy who's pretty mysterious, he's actually got a lot of manners. He was raised pretty well. It's not very common to find him like these mysterious types. How about the hell I'll save again? I've got uber paranoid about this right now. So paranoid. Then again, that's just my normal playstyle, but still. I'm just really paranoid about all the bad things that could happen. So, like Sheik said, in order to see Mr. Mustafa, we have to buy the dried shroom. And afterwards, the Dusty Hammer. You can buy this order already without having to talk to Sheik. If you know this order already by heart, then speaking to Sheik is actually optional. So we can go ahead with this regardless if we did speak to Sheik beforehand or not. What ho! Buy a Dusty Hammer after a dried shroom! It's a secret sign that only friends of Mr. Mustafa know. That means you're with Mustafa. Hey brother, good to meet you. Have you any questions you need answered? You want to see Mr. Mustafa? He's usually up on the highest part of Dry Outpost. Just keep going up, my man. So simple as that, huh? Just keep going up. Aim high towards the stars, right? So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to find our way up to the highest part of the outpost. By coming back here, the door that Sheik was blocking before is mysteriously opened. So we can go inside, leaving Cooper behind. Okay, just teleport there, whatever. Apparently all my partners have the innate ability to teleport at will. I wish I had that ability myself. Imagine how handy that would be in real life. That would be like the coolest thing. Let's go anywhere you want with very little difficulties in terms of traveling. And we got a letter up here too. A letter to the traveling nomadic mouse on the road. So be sure to visit him once we're done with this whole Mustafa business. Over there. We go inside this shack. It's Sheik again. I want to get Kubario out here first. Sheik, I think the guy could check the dust from his clothes. I thought I'd say something different because he moved to a different location. Well, if we talk to Sheik... Hey, nice guy. We meet again. Glad you found me. I'm Mustafa. I'm the one you've been seeking all this time. When I'm out and about in Dry Outpost, I use the name Sheik. It's always good to meet a genuinely nice guy. I meet people all the time, but you are by far the nicest guy I've met so far. If that's a count on all the lemons I gave you. Your name is Mario, yes? I heard that you want to go to Dry Ruins. I have a feeling you are on an important journey, so I will tell you the secret. Dry Ruins is a very important place. My ancestors have watched over for many generations. If I do not keep evil folk out of the ruins, who will? You must promise me that you will tell no one this secret. I'll give you this. We now have the Pulse Stone. The closer you get to the ruins, the faster it flashes. This Pulse Stone is the key to find Dry Ruins. Take it to the desert, yes? The Pulse Stone will flash above your head as you get closer to the ruins. The closer you get to the ruins, the faster the Pulse Stone will flash. Follow where it leads you. Find the place where the Pulse Stone flashes the fastest and use it to open the way. The closer you get to the ruins, the faster it will flash. Okay, just repeats what he says before. So if we tattle with Gubario about Mustafa... Da-da-da-dum! Sheik revealed his true self. I guess that means he's the boss everyone talks about. Oh, I was expecting Mustafa to look a lot cooler. Don't say that in front of him, Gubario. That's really rude of you. Look at this guy. He's got like a little... Well, I think it's a turban? A turban on his head and... You know, actually, yeah, you have kind of a good point. Other than the special turban on his head, he's kind of looks like any other nomadic mouse we've seen in this place. But it's a cool little reference though. Sheik and the tune that Gubar was singing. Yeah, it's all one big Zelda reference. You probably would have guessed that based on the name alone, but when they tossed in that chime, that pretty much confirms it. It's a really cool Easter egg that they did toss in there. Especially in a place like this, in a desert of all places. Something you really wouldn't associate with the Zelda series in any capacity, at least in a major way. It's a really remote location to put such a reference to one of the biggest franchises Nintendo has ever done, inside a game that is part of another of their biggest franchises, possibly the best or the biggest one that's ever been like existed in gaming history. So now that we have the Pulse Stone, we're gonna go and venture out into the desert once again with the Pulse Stone in hand. We're gonna find our way to where the ruins lie. But you may have had an idea where it could be. We did pass by a special location where a certain set piece was pretty unique. That's all I'm gonna say right now. I don't want to say anything more than that in the event that I may have spoiled it. So the stone is flashing. Good thing you don't have to take it out manually. It's just it appears over your head and it shows you where you might be like closer or farther away from said ruins. And sure enough, here it is. It's the indented rock from what we saw in the last episode during our travels among the desert. Am I placing it in? Now, wasn't that grand or what? At long last, after so many years, the Dry Ruins has resurfaced in the Dry Kingdom once again, thanks to Mario and a little help from Mustafa. Oh, not Mustafa, Moustafa, damn it! I was having it right for so long, and I knew I would slip up eventually. It's just really easy to say Mustafa because, you know, the Lion King. And it sounds so close that Mustafa does to Mustafa. It's just like one letter apart. So now that we have unveiled the desert, time we go inside and claim our just rewards.
I, the huge scary Tototoba, remorseless king of the deserts. Who dares stand foot in this, my palace of the sands? Speak and be known. Be gone from this place, now, or disaster will befall you.
Well, it's not going to be that easy. Of course it's not. I mean, it's a ruin for goodness sakes. It's not going to be that simple. It's going to have to make us, like, earn what we want to get. That's how these things work. So now in Dry Ruins, we're going to come across some new enemies. This is a Pokey, alright, but not the ones we faced off back in the desert. This is a Pokey Mummy. And it's a little more dangerous than your average Pokey, and that's saying a lot. This is a Pokey Mummy. Pokey Mummies are Pokeys that dried out and became mummies that went to live in the ruins. HP 4, attack power 2. Careful, they have spikes on their heads, trust me, it'll hurt if you jump on them. The mummification also made it poisonous. If you get poisoned when they attack you, you'll take damage for a while. What do you say we beat them before they could poison us? Sounds like a plan, but we gotta be very cautious about them too. Now I'll start with a regular hammer attack. So something I learned when facing off against the Pokeys back in the desert is that close quarter combat maneuvers like with Bombette's body slam maneuver, that can actually injure your partner for a turn. So the best bet to have fighting Pokies in general is to go along with someone like Cooper, since his shell can protect himself from any damage when he's going on the attack like so. He can attack the Pokies no problem. Or you can use a distance attack like the shell shot, I imagine would work. Or... Wow, really, Burly? In this fight? It's a good thing that I did level up before I started this episode, otherwise that would have been useless. As I was saying, something like Bombette's bomb maneuver, or power bomb now, as well as Parakarry's shell shot, those are moves that can damage the Pokies, and you can bypass their defenses as well. Oh, and there's the poison taking effect. HP's going down, it lasts for 3 turns. I'm not sure if this lingers outside of battle or not, I don't remember. I want to say no, but like I said, I don't really remember. Poison just acts like any poison ailment you do find in an RPG. Ah, it does clear up after the fight ends, that's what I thought. But I wasn't too sure. Good to know regardless. Now, by that we get the Spike Shield badge. This is very helpful. Let's Mario jump on a spiked enemy without taking damage. This will be very handy indeed. I'm gonna equip that right now. What to give up though? Dizzy attack. Yeah, we'll give up the Dizzy attack for the Spike Shield. Might have to upgrade BP again next turn. Or next time we do level up. That way, I can daze enemies if I can't get the first attack on them. At least it'll be better than nothing. And we saw that how Spike Shield works. It just basically lets Mario jump on Spike foes now, so it acts like normal for jumping on any other foe. So we're fresh now. Unless I'm getting the description wrong. No, it does work. Nice. I actually never seen that in action before. I rarely ever get poisoned in this game at all, so it doesn't come up that often that I get to use Refresh to save myself from the poison. This is probably one of the few locations in the entire game where you can get poison, actually. It doesn't come up that much, surprisingly. Got the rune's key, and obviously we saw a lock just now. So, it's not that hard to put one and one together. Use the key, and now we can proceed even further into the ruins. Go down on that. A little bit more about Sheik while we're seeing the sand fill up here. Obviously, Sheik is based on Mustafa, which is actually a common Muslim name. It can mean chosen one in Arabic. In the Japanese version of this game though, he was named Lawrence after Lawrence of Arabia, which I actually thought was going to be his name at first when I did play this for the first time.
Fool! You have ignored my warning, haven't you? You fool! You will fall to my legions and become a mummy of the sands.
Well, whoever this Tooted Koopa is really isn't happy with us being here. Well, that's his problem. If he wants to get rid of us, he's got to do it himself. Oh, this is a new enemy we've come across. This might look like a Koopa, but it's actually a Buzzy Beetle, another long-running enemy of the Mario franchise. And what a dignified position this Buzzy Beetle's in. It's flipped over onto its shell, and it can't do anything. Buzzy Beetles are cute, but mean. Max HP 3, attack and defense are 2. Fire attacks won't work very well against these hardheads. If you can flip them, though, their defense power falls to 0. Keep flipping them, Mario. I heard that they used to flourish all over the place, but now they're found in only dark, shadowy places. They have become kind of remote as the Mario series has rolled on, haven't they? Because you don't really see them much in mainline Mario games anymore. So these guys are just basically Koopas, smaller Koopas. As long as you flip them over, they're not that hard to deal with. And since we have multi-bounce, if we ever need to do so, we can flip over multiples of them at once thanks to that badge. It's just that fire attacks won't work, that's the only catch about them. That's one advantage they have over Koopas actually, because Koopas are not immune to fire at all. Go over here. There's a crack of a wall over there. Go over here. I just remembered that we didn't hand over the letter to the Nomadi Mouse that was close to Dry Outpost. I said I was gonna do that and I totally forgot about it, which is typical me. That's just how my memory works sometimes. I try to commit something to memory, but it doesn't stick sometimes. That's just how it is. Something special about the Pokies in this area. I guess a lock here, that figures. Want to investigate that just in case. The funny thing the interesting thing about Pokies, or the Poke Mummies is that they are immune, well, not immune, they're weak to fire attacks, and they're also weak to something called an egg missile, something I did come across when I was researching for this LP, but it's something I don't think I've ever seen used in action. They are weak to that, as well as fire attacks, as they do take double damage from both of those things due to the Poke Mummies. Yet I've never seen it actually used like in actual gameplay before, like I said. Ah, star piece over here. Nice. Good thing to pick that up on the way. Okay, where to go next? Can I go in here? Did I go in there yet? I think I might be backtracking actually. Yep, backtracking, I thought so. Sometimes I manage to have this weird talent of turning myself around when it comes to exploring stuff. It happens in both new video games that I play and ones that I played before. I don't know how I'm able to do it. It's a weird talent. Quote unquote talent. Another runes key. And now we can use it on the bottom floor. Right, I investigate this place. Figured there's at least one more doorway that I haven't seen yet. Ah, typical. Gray block, we can't do anything about that yet. But that might give you an idea what we can find in the ruins, not just the star spirit that we're going after. Ah, this room, okay. This room's kinda confusing, with a little effort though. We'll be able to get through it. So the gimmick here is that you can flip over the staircase like this. Something over there that could be mighty important. Pretty sure these sarcophagi are gonna open up. Sarcophagi? Sarcophaguses? I'm pretty sure it's pronounced sarcophagi. By hitting that? That's what I thought would happen. Oh no, I'm locked in with a bunch of enemies I've beaten before. Whatever shall I do? It's not like I've already kicked their butts before. Seriously, Merly? These guys aren't that important. I mean, granted, I got like, what, 2 star points? Well, like 1 star point per of them. So that's not really much of a benefit. And looky, we have another new enemy, and I'm running low on health. Probably should have gone back to my items actually. I thought I stored these two. Well, crud. This might not be good after all. Maybe I'll quickly retreat after I'm done recording this and then go get my items. Because I jumped in here without knowing that beforehand. At least I think I saved outside. Yeah, I did save outside, so it's not gonna be any unfortunate setback, not like all the other previous ones I've had before. So over there, that enemy is a swooper. Let's take care of this Pokemon first. It's the one that's giving me a lot of trouble. And of course, I can't do anything about that guy with Cooper. Oh, at 2 points of damage? I didn't think you'd hit me with for that much. Anyway, Swooper, what do we got? This is a Swooper, Ghost Bat. Swoopers have got their names because they swoop down out of the shadows. Max HP 4, attack power 2. Even jump attacks can't reach them when they're hanging on the ceiling, but Earth Tremors will knock them loose. Parakarry can also knock him loose with one of its moves. You can attack him however you choose once they're hovering in the air. Oh, that's good to know. I think I'm gonna die either way, so this really isn't good. Should I use one of my melons? Or could I use that? I'll use one of the melons. I can always get more anyways, I know where they are, and they're not that hard to get. So if I want to cook something in the future, then I can just do that. And I'm in really big trouble. Wonder how much a hammer throw will do. We can't use a Quake Hammer to knock it loose like that. But it's even better to use Hammer Throws since you can damage it while knock it out into the air. Okay, this might actually be a little tougher than I realized. So one more of these guys to take care of. And actually, what the hell? Let's use that, and I'll switch over to Cooper again. There we go. And that's the last of them, which spawns the key. Excellent. This might take us to whatever I'm thinking of. I'm kind of worried though, since I'm not that high on health. Oh. There's more of this place than I realized. I actually thought we would be going to where I thought would be where the room I was thinking of. I guess the room I was thinking of was a little farther than I realized. So I guess we're gonna hold that off till next time. That was kind of a struggle we did go through, so I think I'll use this time to exit the ruins and then get my items back, because I came into this place woefully unprepared, and I really gotta rectify that. So next time, after I do some item reshuffling, we'll continue to go through dry ruins to eventually find the next star spirit, and possibly find out where the source of this Tutankoopa lies. Until we meet again, farewell for now.